Alright guys, so this is a '06 Hyundai Tucson 2.7 liter, and we have a P0123 fault code that indicates our throttle position sensor circuit is high. Now at idle we should have 0.2 to 0.8 volts. You'll typically see 0.4 on these at idle, and wide open throttle you should see, I believe, above 4.2, 4.4 volts. It took a while to get this vehicle to act up, but right now we're idling and we can see our throttle position sensor is at 3.5 volts. And I can assure you that this throttle body is closed right now. I just started the vehicle, the idle is a bit high right here. We can also see on the scope, we have the same voltage, which is our red trace. The blue is going to be our crank sensor. I'm not going to get into that, why I'm scoping that at this moment too. But watch as I accelerate this vehicle. Now the throttle, the idle just pretty much got stuck high right there. And I'm going to just shut this back off. The idle is really high right now. Okay. Let's give it some gas. Okay. I'm going to shut the vehicle back off. So you can see when I goosed it right here with the accelerator pedal, we went from our 3.3 volts and we actually dropped out right here, and then we came back up. So I don't know if this is a mechanical issue, a link between the throttle body and actual sensor that's possibly bad. Could very well be. What I'm going to do is just rule out the powers and grounds going to us, and once I rule that out, I will be pretty confident that I can make a call. So let's see what we find. Okay guys, so we're back. We're hooked up with all three leads going to the throttle positioning sensor. I'll just give you a quick picture of it. So anyway, we have a key on, engine off right now. As you can see from scan data, we're still stuck at 3.7 volts. And we got a good 5 volt reference, which is our green trace, a good ground, which is our blue, and once again our red is our signal, and they're still above 3 volts right now. I'm pretty confident that I know for a fact that the throttle cable is not sticking. The throttle plate is going back where it should go. So this is pretty cut and dry. They're going to have to take off that throttle positioning sensor. Just make sure the linkage from the throttle body is not busted going into it. 9 times out of 10, that throttle positioning sensor will be bad. I'm going to tell them not to use Duralast, because they like to use that stuff. That stuff is garbage. Don't use it. I think that's going to be it with this. And by the way, this problem wouldn't act up until about 15 minutes of driving. So eventually started acting up, and I was able to catch it. So that's all.